Sakurai finally talks about the sequel to Super Smash Bros. And Sabi might be done leaking Nintendo. Block content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about today, because yes, we've been doing recent videos on Super Smash Bros. That you guys suggested, but today we get to talk about a little bit more in-depth leak discussion, right? Because a lot has been happening in the past week, and I really wanted to take the chance to talk to you guys all about those Sabi comments and everything that's happening over at Sakurai's columns, because yes, he's actually been talking about the sequel to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which we didn't even know was in the plans. And well, if we talk about these comments, we might actually see that they're not, and that there's something really special going on there that I can't wait to talk about with you guys. And of course, I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate, new fighters, in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your question. Oh, what do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making content on YouTube? Whatever you can think of, send your questions through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in one of our next Question Blocked episodes. And here's a brand new giveaway. You can win one of these Mario surprise capsules from Tomy. Any Mario item, Yoshi, or a character could be inside. I leave them closed so you can find out what's inside when you win. Giving away 4 of these, so remember to like this video right now, subscribe to Blocked Content, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway. Alright, let's get into the main topic of today, and you guys know that we just had an Animal Crossing Direct, and I actually didn't really do coverage on this one. I didn't live stream it just because this is really no crossover with you guys, which is totally fine. I knew that a lot of people would really enjoy this Direct, and I did so myself as well. I really thought that what they introduced to the game was exactly what I wanted, right? New elements to it, and the game not being just about a deserted island. So that was really special, and I thought that it was really well handled. The way that they made it a getaway package felt really Nintendo and felt really nicely done. But yes, it had no other information beyond that, and now we still don't know when that big new start of the year Nintendo Direct is. But yeah, as a lot of people have kind of rumored throughout this year, it might actually be coming on February 27th, right? Just a week out from that original release of that Direct, and a little bit of more information and a couple of leaks actually corroborate this as well. So there's a lot to be believed in that regard, but there's still no real confirmation on when this will happen. And if we look at other thoughts and other comments that Sakurai has actually been making, well, we have a lot more information to go on then. So, real talk, it might be actually coming on February 27th, but right now we just don't know. And because of leaks, there's a lot more to talk about here, and I actually wanted to start about this Sabi. Because yes, as you guys know, Sabi is an insider leaking all this stuff on the Nintendo Sphere and other video games as well, a journalist for Spiel Times, Ninsoup, all that good stuff. But yes, there's been a lot happening. We reported on this a couple of days ago, but now it seems like the decision is final, and Sabi has actually even put in his own description that I love the industry and all the great people in it, but I will no longer tweet Nintendo leaks, but rather general news and coverage. Going on to actually make comments, real talk, I am not posting Nintendo leaks anymore. I will, however, continue this account through journalism and overall community engagement, similar to, say, Stealth, which of course we've also followed clearly. I still want to be a useful account for sharing news for you to see. So essentially this means, because of that cease and desist, there isn't really more information coming that pertains to Super Smash Bros., to Nintendo games in general. However, retweets of certain news articles are still very much legal, and of course focusing on other game companies' leaks like Sony and Microsoft. So there might be some very interesting stuff in here, so watch this space. But as for a lot of people, they're saying, well, that's one other down, right? So going on to say, this was a little while ago, saying going to deactivate again in a few minutes. And this actually happened, the account deactivated. People were losing their minds and thinking, what just happened? Did Nintendo take this account down? But no, this was all voluntarily done. Just wanted to say, no, I'm not leaking Nintendo Company Limited stuff anymore. That tweet being spread claiming I leaked Mario movie actors before deactivating my account is fake. I'll return to regular, non-leaking journalism soon. Bye again. And for those of you guys who have not followed this and who are not on the in with this weird Nintendo Mario movie actor thing, well yes, there was a screenshot that surfaced of Sabi actually tweeting out just before the account got deactivated, a picture of Mario and Bowser with two actors next to them. And Mario actually had Nicolas Cage next to him, and Bowser had Adam Sandler. So supposedly were the two voice actors chosen for the new Illumination feature film. That supposedly was just someone who actually photoshopped a tweet from Sabi. So this wasn't actually the same person, and the account was literally just faked. So that wasn't real. Now, I wanted to go on to PushDustin's quotes here, because there was actually a Sakurai column that was leaked and is now actually out. So there were several parts of it leaked and translated, but now that we get the whole deal, we actually know a lot more about what Sakurai's thoughts are on the sequel to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, if there should be one made, and of course how the game has been doing, and the upcoming DLC, and what will be the final of that DLC, and what will actually be in the game for reals. Well, we get to talk about it here because PushDustin at PushDustin actually tweets out, special thanks to the @JapaneseSwitch for financing a more fuller translation of Sakurai's column. While several excerpts have been leaked, I'd like to add additional details and context to what's been previously reported. The column is 598, titled My Role. So yes, in those Famitsu articles, Sakurai always goes in depth about development, which a lot of you guys can already see like certain details in, hints about the future characters and stuff like that, but mostly it's just Sakurai talking about what he loves about his job, and sometimes the difficulties in doing what, he has been doing for the past, which is a huge weight on his shoulders with all these game companies working together and this huge, mega selling game. So it's a lot of fun to talk about stuff like that. So he goes on to tweet, the first part of this is, as people are aware, 6 additional fighters are coming to Smash. And this is where we get it confirmed. They do actually come with stages and with music. The Festival of Smash can continue for a little longer. The 6 have been decided, and there are no plans to make any more once these 6 are finished. Essentially, once the 6 are out, and then it goes on to say, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will finally be complete. Just like the last set of DLC, will take over a year to complete. What characters will join the battle is a heated topic throughout the world. However, Sakurai does not decide the characters. So these comments alone make me think, yes, they're planning to have those final 6 be huge characters, fan favorites that will round out the roster in a very unique way. I mean, very famously when the roster first dropped for the original game, just the base game that everything came with, it essentially ended with characters like Incineroar and Ken, which was a little bit of a disappointment to people waiting for a big third-party character or something huge. And then famously also with this previous DLC, we got Byleth as the final character, which, suffice to say, a lot of people were angry and a little bit sad that a big third-party pass actually ended on a first-party, another sword fighter character from Fire Emblem, right? So it seems like they plan to set this right, but then with a very much finality to it. So this will essentially be the last bit of the game before it is a complete package, right? So going on to say, Sakurai does not decide the characters. Nintendo proposes a fighter, and Sakurai receives the request. Nintendo and Sakurai then discuss with each other, and if there's not an agreement on the character, then it could actually be cancelled. But it's never the case that a character would be cancelled because of lack of ideas, which I always think is a very interesting thing. Sakurai definitely takes an idea, runs with it, goes with it throughout the whole company, gets a design, gets a draft, gets sort of a idea and a feel of what the character's moveset will be, and going on from there, actually see if it's possible and feasible and, is fun for Smash Brothers. So PushDustin goes on to say, because they are adding more fighters to Smash, the goal for Sakurai is further away. To work on the same product for so long is really testing one's patience, but Sakurai is trying to keep Smash fresh with unique experiences and surprises. Thinking about the progress of the Dragon Quest Hero Fighter and the reception to SNK's Terry, there really is no other job like working on Smash. In real time, working with video game history and knowledge is a type of role that really suits Sakurai. It's truly an honor. While working on Smash, I can't take on new projects. The possibility of me directing a new game idea is becoming less and less. Overall, Sakurai wants to work to make other people happy. The act of adding a fighter to Smash makes a lot of players happy, and it has an impact on the original game. In the world, people have a lot of different roles. There are also a lot of different game designers. In that small sphere is Sakurai. Sakurai has been assigned to work with a bunch of other titles and help them work together. In that case, Sakurai has to keep moving forward. And then he talks about certain things that we talked about before. He ends up saying if there were a new Smash, it would not have as much content as Ultimate. It's best to enjoy it while it lasts. Sakurai has been working continuously for almost 8 years on Smash, and he will continue to work hard. Well, Sakurai, we really appreciate you working that hard, because this game is something else, right? Before, anything was announced, we just got the Inkling trailer. It was already very apparent that this will be something special, and then getting that trailer that said everyone is here pretty much made the entire fandom lose their minds, and up until this point, it's only gotten better since, and with 6 additional characters coming in DLC, that will only grow and only get better. So our heartfelt thanks, and of course thanks to PushDustin and your source for actually working on this translation, because there's really no official translation of these things, so it's really cool to get a little bit of an insight on the offices, right? So I'd love to hear what you guys think of all of this news. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, what would you want a sequel for Smash to be? So in terms of, more characters, maybe a big story-driven game, what will your roster be? Let me know. As for the previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our very own user, ArtSonicFan990, saying, if I want a Smash mode to return in Ultimate as the final mode, that would be Smash Run. I enjoyed Smash Run in the 3DS version and got hooked on it. Let's just say it's my favorite thing of Smash Bros. 3DS next to the multiplayer. It would be cool if Smash Run will make a comeback in Smash Bros. Ultimate, because that was what made the 3DS version unique in comparison to the Wii U version. And ArtSonicFan990, I completely agree with this. That was one of the best things about that 3DS game, was this huge open map where you can just run around, have fun, collect items, and beat up bad guys. And that's actually sorely missing in this new game. There's really no other mode like it. And even in the Smash Wii U version, there was nothing very similar to this. The most similar thing would actually be Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary, and that was already such a long time ago. We're talking about 2006, 2007. That's incredibly crazy to think about that sort of a game that's really single-player focused has not shown up yet. So I really hope that they do something like that in DLC. If they don't, we can be assured that the next Smash Bros. Game will definitely have big single-player content, because they know they've been hinting towards it, and World of Light was sort of a return to form, but not to the regards of Smash Run. And of course, a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats during our live streams. You guys make block content possible. So if you want to have yourself created as a little block content guy, join me for discussions, or even have your own ideas become animations, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun that you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya!